Okay, I've been asked to make a video on how to ship reptiles. I mostly do leopard geckos, so that's what we're going to focus on here. What you need first is the proper shipping supplies. It's best to get the pre-made boxes. You can cut the styrofoam, you can buy a box and cut the styrofoam to fit as you like, but that's quite a pain, and it's much easier just to buy the pre-made boxes. A heat pack or a cold pack, depending on what time of the year it is. You'll need some newspaper to fill the box, some paper towel, and some deli cups, and that's pretty much it. When you're first doing these, you have to make the box, and this can be kind of a pain, so there's a couple tips that I'm going to give you here. So first you'll fold it up. It's always best to buy the tape that's in the Scotch brand packing tape, because it's stronger and it holds better, and it comes with a cool little dispenser that makes life much easier. So square up the box and then put about 1.5 inches down each side. You don't need a ton of them. You don't want to cover all the openings so that some air can get in. Fold the sides down, and now you're going to put in the styrofoam. Put in the bottom piece. And here's one of the tricks when you're putting in the sides. If you just do them one at a time, you get this horrible sound, and it's awful. But if you put them in the right order, you don't get that. So in the box, there's always this the piece that folds over to connect the sides. Always start with that side with a flat piece all the way into that corner, so that when you'll see when I get to the last piece, if it's that corner that's last, it kind of messes it up. So put it in that corner instead of going at the gap and putting another one in here, which most people do. Don't. Start at this side back here and put it in at an angle, and it slides over incredibly easy. And do it again. And now here's the tricky one. Is the last one. You have to stick it in between the two. So make sure this is pushed all the way back, this one's pushed all the way over, and then you slide it in and you get a horrible sound. That's the worst part of packing up some geckos. Okay, then you have an extra top. Then you have a top that'll go on after you put everything in. Now let's move on to the geckos. Depending on what time of the year it is, if it's cold or cool out, I just put a piece of paper towel in. If it's hot out, I'll wetten the paper towel. So this guy's already packed up. This is a Max Snow that's going to Kayla. So this one's already packed up, and I'm going to show you how to put them into the deli cup. Sounds pretty easy, but we're going to do it anyway. When I put a piece of paper towel in, I use 1/3 of a select size Downy sheet, and I leave the edges fold over. We're folded outside, so when I put the lid on, it holds the paper towel down and it doesn't just get all scrunched up when they move around. The other gecko Kayla ordered is a beautiful Halloween mask, bold stripe. So we'll pack him up next. Here's my hatchling tubs. It's a 6-quart tub. I just go and I buy the cheap styrofoam bowls and cut an inch in them. Put it in. I use the Superior Shipping sells these feed cups for mealworms. They're fantastic. And my mom is an avid Arizona iced tea drinker, so I collect all the caps that she uses and use those for water dishes. Some people don't use water dishes. If you keep the hide in and you just spray down the paper towel, the condensation will keep water in there, but I figure I have them, so I might as well use them. So here's the next guy that's going in, the Halloween mask. So when I put him into the cup, make sure you don't pinch the tail. If you put the lid on and pinches the tail, and they get really upset and they can drop it. So we'll put him in and leave a little bit of the paper towel hanging out on each side. Snap the lid, and you're good to go. Now the paper towel has something to hold on to, so that they'll always have something to keep a footing instead of just a slippery cup. So that's the two geckos. Also, you always want to mark what they are. So this is a bold stripe Halloween mask. And then what sex they are. And this one was temperature sexed, female. Do Do that with the Max Snow. This was also temperature sex female. And you're good to go. Now we're going to pack them in. I always put them in, well, it's cold out, so we're going to use a heat pack. The Uniheat heat packs are the best. You want to get the ones that are 40 hours, just in case something happens with the shipment and they have to set overnight or an extra night or something like that. Open them up, shake them up a little bit. These take a while to heat up, so unless you're packing up or open this up a couple hours or about an hour before, it's probably not going to heat up. Don't worry, they all do. Toss that in the bottom or the side. What some people do is just tape them onto the side so then it doesn't roll around. But whichever works for you, I'll just toss them in there. We'll grab some paper towel. I'm sorry, some newspaper. And I put one in the side to hold it steady so it won't move around left or right. And then one on top. And this keeps it from bouncing up and down. Put the lid on. Fold it up. Tape it up and you're good to go for that. Okay, so now we have the geckos in the box. Remember, don't tape up these extra sides because that allows a little extra oxygen to get in there. It's not going to make a difference on the heat. You're good to go on that. Now what I like to do is I always use Reptiles Express to print out my shipping labels. You got to set up an account, and Deb, the owner there, she'll take care of you, and it's a lot cheaper than even ship your reptiles. So I'll take the label and attach it. Now when I attach it, I put it all the way to with the brake going down the middle, I put it all the way to the left side, and there's a reason for that. The boxes do say perishable, handle with care, and which side up, but FedEx doesn't always see that, it seems. So after I packed everything up, I put the label on. I always write an extra little message that says, please be gentle. I'm alive. That way they really know. It's a little easier for them to see it, I guess. And that pretty much covers everything about shipping. If you have any additional questions that I didn't cover, go ahead and ask them in the question section, and I'll do my best to get them all answered. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you can ship with care now.